Hello and welcome, gentlemen. Very good to see you. Hello, Mr. Brisbane. How are you? Yep, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, all good. I had a great festive period. How about you? Was it great? Oh, brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. All is fine. I did get a new assistant, actually, yep. Well, she could do a bit of work, but it's almost like work is becoming very difficult for these millennials. I know, right? How was the yacht? Yes, your wife told me. She said you bought a new one. Right. Let me just check on the time. I think everyone should be arriving in the next sort of 5 minutes. Yeah, I suppose, they're all busy and whatnot. Well, it is a budget meeting, isn't it? Last time I remembered, I am the CEO and I will be chairing this. And I did tell them 9 a.m. prompt, but what can I say? Cameron, do me a favour. Could you please get me 3 photocopies of this file? Now. I did ask you to do it last night, but I think it kind of slipped your mind. Now, I need it done now. Do you understand? I can't seem to get the staff round here, Mr. Brisbane. It's ridiculous. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you. Hello. Nice to see you all. Yep, all good. Thank you so much. Still not married, no. Still no children. Look, this is my baby. This project has been my baby for ages now, and I'm so glad all of you decided to give me this opportunity. It's almost like you knew I'd be a perfectionist. I think we might have everyone here. Cameron, shut the door. Yeah, I think we should have everyone here. Fabulous. Should we get started, gentlemen? I feel privileged to be the only female in here, but you should feel privileged that I'm in front of you today. I thought that'd get a few laughs. Right, let's begin, shall we? Welcome all. It seems like last quarter we seemed to butt heads, didn't we? It's almost like you didn't trust me on this project. You thought I couldn't get the numbers. Didn't think I could, increase productivity. Isn't that right, Mark? But I think with this new project, and I think with these numbers for this quarter, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. You see, I looked into every single one of you, and I thought, what would impress each of you? Then it came to me, nothing. Nothing would impress you unless I raise profits. So, let's take a deep dive and see if our goals align with each other now, because it seems like it hadn't for a while, did it, gentlemen? I'm not here to play games anymore. In fact, I'm here to show you that I am a contender and I deserve a seat. In fact, I deserve my shares. Any questions so far? Cameron, make sure you're getting this. I want it all noted down. So as I was saying, I decided to increase productivity, but not with our clients. Please have a look at slide 1, gentlemen. As you can see, the 6% that we agreed on last quarter, and you thought they were going towards our client experience. No. They were in fact going towards our employees who have been underpaid for the last 3.5 years under your leadership. So, the best thing to do, undoubtedly obviously, was to create an atmosphere of change and of appreciation. Something I think you guys failed to do for the last 5 to 10 years. Oh, please, if you've got any questions, fire them. Fire them at me, because I'll be dying to answer whatever selfish question you have. As you can see here, the 6% went to each and every department. I told them strictly that this would not be for clients. I wanted them for increases in wages, and I wanted bonuses. So whatever was left over within that 6%, that would be the bonus shared amongst the department. Mr. Brisbane, you've got a question. How do I justify this? Oh, I thought this question wouldn't come. I'm glad it's come so early, so let me just explain that to you. I justify it because you guys have been taking on 22% bonuses every year. I do not take any bonuses, nor have I had an increase in pay for the last year that I've been here. So it seemed natural, didn't it, that I would approach you to lead the division for nothing at all, because actually, that would mean I can change the department, I could change the pay structure, and most importantly, I can change what's on top. Now, generally, gentlemen, I love a man on top of me, but you all make me sick. Any more questions? Oh, Mr. Brisbane, don't feel so offended. I'm sure if I was a man standing here, saying what I was saying, you'd be laughing, joking, and then patting me on the back. So as I was saying, these increases actually had a very positive impact on our staff. Believe it or not, people were actually making an effort, gentlemen, and not just coming in and doing what they needed to do. They were going above and beyond. And actually, gentlemen, if we really look at where it all went wrong, past quarters, led by Mark, before he got his seat, there was no visibility of productivity, excitement, enjoyment, nothing of that sort. In fact, I think Mark decreased that. That's why you brought me in, didn't you? Because you needed an increase in profits. Otherwise, how can you go public? I see some of you sweating. I have given everyone a bottle of water, and there is some tissues in the middle of the desk, should you need them. Let's have a look at marketing, for example. Cameron, next slide, please. So with marketing, it was important that they needed a quick win. How can they have quick wins? Well, the simple fact was they needed to be able to connect. They needed to be able to market themselves as professionals. How can they do that if they've not been paid correctly? How can they do that if they don't have any job satisfaction? So, what I decided to do, I threw a massive party. Here are some of the pictures, actually. Oh, look, there's everyone there having a great time. And what I did do is invite our opposition. It wasn't difficult. I mean, they wanted to see what we were doing, and we only wanted to see what they had to say for themselves. What was the best thing about them? Why were they doing so great in numbers? We wanted to know the impact they were making in their market. And lo and behold, a couple of bottles of Grey Goose and a few bottles of champagne did the trick. Surprisingly, gentlemen, our marketing department soared through the roof. They have generated 7.6% leads. That's an increase, by the way. In the quarter, by the way, Mark, just to let you know, not overall within a year or whatever, no. So it's quite interesting, isn't it? To show you the correlation between pay rise and productivity. Next slide, please, Cameron. Thank you. So this led me to think, what can we do to improve mood? What can we do to improve how our employees attack each sort of problem that arises in the office? Well, it was simple. In fact, it was very simple. The managers that you have employed recently or in the last 5 years, they have had no training. They have had no support. In fact, it's quite funny because they seem to take direction from you guys. I'll have to just spell it out for you, gentlemen. What that means is that they are listening to you. You have no idea. None whatsoever. So that means these managers are now making my employees feel horrible. There is no morale. It's almost like these managers are low-hanging fruit, put in front of us to really, really make our lives difficult. I mean, when I was a junior here, my manager was awful. And I think, Mark, it was you that was telling her that I needed to redo a lot of things and rewrite a lot of things. And lo and behold, when they were published, it was all the same. So little things like that really made an impact. As you can see, I am smiling. I'm just thinking about those days where I was summoned and made to feel like I was nothing. Here you can see, I have fired 4 managers in the last quarter. Their performance reviews were poor, they were bringing in no profits, they were bringing in no leads. In fact, they were bringing in, quite frankly, nothing apart from a horrible work environment. I then looked at the employees and I thought, okay, who's got a great performance review? And no, I didn't use past performance reviews, I used the new ones. New forms, new methods, new everything. I then promoted those that needed to be promoted. I then sent them on training because that is how we get clients. We get clients with knowledge. Surprising, isn't it? No bribery, no belittling, and most importantly, Mark, no bullying. Any questions so far? How did I get rid of the managers? Well, Mark, I'm so glad you asked that question. It's quite simple. After a while, you know where to look. After a while, being a junior that I was, I became friendly with almost everyone. And you hear stories, you see emails. Oh my God, you see so many emails. Using those, I built a report. I built a case. I had independent officers come into the office, and they were unbiased with the whole process, which led to them seeing that these managers were redundant, didn't offer us anything, and in fact, they were not doing their jobs as they should be. They were missing protocol, they weren't meeting deadlines. A few of them were actually stealing as well. Isn't that crazy, Mark? Seeing as you managed about 3 of them. So before you escort me out, and before you tell me I'm fired, or that I did not do my job correctly. Cameron, next slide. I want you to have a look at the quarterly profit. We are 12% up, and I have not even started yet. But what I do want from you is I want each of you to resign, and I want apologies, public apologies to employees, to clients, and most importantly, to the public. Gentlemen, I don't want to remind you about those long nights that we individually had with each other. And I know you guys are looking at each other thinking, oh, I thought it was just me. No. I couldn't just use one of you. I had to use all of you. And I had to find out what each of your secrets were. What was making you hot under the collar? So I did. Made files. Oh, by the way, open those files now. You can do so. And you will see my investigation. Wow, I'm so good at this. So I know many of you are embezzling. I could tell the FBI. I've got them on speed dial, in fact. And I think they'll be very happy to talk to me. Or you resign now, hand me over your shares, and I'm going to make this company a fair, happy, and prosperous company. Are we clear, gentlemen? Right then. I think that's all of us done then. I'll expect resignations tomorrow by 9 a.m. Email is fine, don't worry about paper, we're not printing anymore. Thank you all. Oh, Cameron, did you see their faces? They were like, what the hell happened? I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I might have saved the company. Thank you so much. You're amazing.